What was the most interesting scenario you read?
People in prison don't really get that many healthcare related appointments, even while being incarcerated. I think really popped out to me as a nursing major. I feel like that's very important, and just basic human decency.
I think the prison yard was the most interesting. I liked reading about the possible things I could do, and I got excited when it said I earned a certificate.
That I got my diploma, and then I became an opioid user, and I'm having withdrawals.
When I was sick, I had no care at all, or very minimal care, and very little resources, and that was a little sad to have to hear about the fact that a lot of people have to face sickness and disease and mental health problems with no help.
How often people are sexually assaulted in prison, because you would think you're in a place surrounded by guards.
Solitary confinement one. In 2023, it was estimated that over 80,000 people in U.S. prisons are in solitary confinement on any given day.
People in prison don't really get the care that they need, and it's really sad because they're just going to live with the conditions they have. And
diagnosed with anxiety and depression, but I was unable to receive treatment because I felt like that was the opposite of what a prison was supposed to be. I thought prisons were supposed to be like help rehabilitate, even if you're in there for your life.
A little surprised that only 5% of people with opiate use disorders in jail receive treatment. That sucks.
Being a 23-year-old African male arrested for armed robbery and aggravated assault, which is something that is pretty a common crime nowadays, to be honest.
Definitely that you can do cognitive behavioral therapy for anger management and like that kind of stuff. And at the end, I earned a certificate and a mentor's note saying I had a really great ability to grow.
The fact that once I entered prison, I was tutoring other people in reading and writing. That was pretty impactful.
Have you ever heard of second look clause before?
Yes, I have.
I have not.
No.
I have not.
No.
Never once in my life.
No.
No.
I have not, no.
Only in class, in 288.
Yes.
No.
No. Would you consider learning more about them and adopting them in Virginia?
I would love to learn more.
Yeah, I'd also love to learn more.
I think I'd like more details.
I think that there are some people that can be, sentenced very harshly for very little things just because a judge is trying to make an example out of them. And it can ruin someone's life, of course. I mean, you're going to prison. But I think we should be careful on who gets those.
I think I would consider having them adopted. I think I'd be curious to learn more about them because I haven't read this whole paper yet. So I think that I'm not exactly sure exactly what they would look like, but I think it's a cool thing.
I think they should be adopted in Virginia just because not every case is the same. But I feel like kind of all the punishments are the same. So I don't think that's fair in some cases, especially when crimes were done young and at different parts, and everyone's lives are different. So I think the second look laws would give people the opportunity to kind of redeem themselves, especially through some of the programs that they've had, they have in prison. In my scenario, I came out as a HVAC worker, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I think with the adoption of the second look laws, especially in Virginia, it would give people a second chance, which I think is important.
Yeah, I definitely think that Virginia and most of the U.S. needs some prison reform, so I would definitely want to learn more about that.
And honestly, I believe in some cases that should exist. I think they're important because it allows people a second chance, and I think people deserve a second chance.
They would be really good and important because people deserve a second chance.
Because I think people deserve a second chance, and I think if people have shown that they're taking steps to become changed people, we should give them that chance. I don't think we should lock someone in an institution forever just based on something they did years and years ago if they're actively seeking change and seeking to become a better person and a functioning member of society. So
This looks very a very positive thing. I think that people that go to prison for sentences that are too harsh, I think that's a big problem. I think there are too many people in prison, and so I think this would be actually really, really helpful for that.
I do support them. I think there's redemption in anything and everything, and that with the right therapy and sources used, people could redeem themselves and not commit a second act. But we need to give them that chance to be able to prove it.
There's a lot of people that stay through prison their whole life, and there's a lot of redemption that goes on, I think, in their hearts and their minds for some people. And I think looking into that would be a cool idea.
It would depend on the person and like how much of a change they had.
I really do think Virginia should adopt this law.
Definitely, yeah, since I don't know much about them, so it would definitely help to become a little bit more informed about what they are.
Yeah, I think it would sound like a great idea and something to really gravitate towards.
Like just from reading this, I don't see why they would be bad at all. So yeah, I would be interested in learning a little bit more.
I would be interested in learning more about them. It seems very interesting and very beneficial for this person because we want less people in jail and more people out helping the community.
I believe that a lot of these people who are incarcerated for life deserve a second chance. Like in this scenario, when I was tutoring other people in reading and writing, like a lot of people do make serious life changes after they are in prison for probably 20 to 25 years. And there have been studies showing that that is like significant, and that I do believe that these other people should be given a chance to get out of prison if they have shown those changes. So